This smoothie tastes so good. Is anybody on? If anybody on, can y'all let me know by liking it, by, because it's showing me 0 people on. Can somebody like? Somebody is on. Ooh, I got a like. Okay, okay. I got a like. Ooh, look at them. Get them real quick. Get them. Right on your left, on our left. Um, and guys, I'm coming to y'all driving my same day today, being found. I swear, I'm starting to feel like my daughter a celebrity, how they be on us. But you got them. Yeah. But y'all, and let me tell y'all, I'm just recording because I have you know, I want to show y'all these things. And but last time I was live, I was going to get my last colon hydrotherapy, and I was so annoyed when I went back to watch my live, thinking that I could not, they was right there and I could not get them. It would not pick up on my live. And what was happening was every time I would zoom in to say, see, there they go, which it was in clear view, it would jump, my live would jump back out. As I would zoom in, it would bounce back to a normal screen. It would not show show every time I zoom into the helicopters. It would not show you guys what I was seeing, and that was so frustrating. I was so annoyed by that. But don't worry, on that day I had proof, because you know I like to show everything, show my dates and times. That same day I went live and I was like, look, y'all, see here, see, look at them right there. They stopped when I stopped. They right there. And y'all could not see, like it would not pick up on here. No worries, because I got all that day. All that day I got them, and I'm going to show, I'm going to show y'all the live date, and I'm going to show y'all all that day of them following me. I recorded them all that day from morning to night. And a lot of my shorts that y'all see up here is all day footage. I just get, you know, shorts seems like it do much better than my videos when I'm showing my surveillance, when I'm showing me being followed. That's why I didn't take the camera off here to show y'all, because it wasn't gonna pick up. But my daughter was able to get them today. Like, they're following me right now. But I came to talk to y'all about, I cannot make this up. I cannot make this up. Who said hi to me? Okay. If God is my witness, y'all, this it's only my life. Only my life. So I call, if you guys been following me on my lives, I told y'all about, y'all know about my blind uncle. Long story short, I got him out of that house, you know. I think I told y'all, yeah. I did tell you guys, I got him out of that assisted living he was in. I got him out and I replaced him. So the home I replaced him with was one of my oldest nephews. And let's be real, I mean, I don't know what I was thinking, but that didn't last for 2 weeks. And I had my uncle ever since, and I've been trying to get him replaced. So I've been calling, like, people calling his doctors, get him replaced in assisted living, another assisted living, because I thought I can do it myself, right? But I couldn't. It's so difficult. Like, being so he's blind, don't nobody really want him. But long story short, I've been calling his doctor and things like that, and his doctor said, okay, well, I'm gonna set you up with his social worker. Calls his social worker, no, she said, I'm gonna transfer you over to a social worker of John Hopkins. He go to John Hopkins outpatient. Y'all know the infamous, famous John Hopkins from in Baltimore, Maryland. So social worker picked up the phone, already knew she was black from her name. I won't say her name, but she sounded like she was relatively young. Black girls getting at this day and time with the professional, their profession, and she sounded like she was like in her 20s, right? So I lied to y'all not. So I gave her my name, Shanika, gave her my last name or whatever, and because she wanted to know who was I told her I was his niece, and told her the situation. So at the end she said, okay, so you said your name was Claressa. Y'all, I said, what did you just say? Here she go, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, girl. And look, this is what she said to me. This is what she said, y'all. She said, girl, I am so sorry, I'm just all morning. And I said, me too. I said, I've been just picking, like, let me tell y'all something. And this young 25-year-old said, I'm so sorry. I said, where did you get Claressa from? She said, I'm so sorry, I've been watching this stuff all morning. She said, Lord, my God, this girl is really, now mind you, she's a social worker. She said, mind y'all, she's a social worker. She said, we really got to keep this girl in our prayer. She said, let me tell you, she said, I've been at work all morning at my desk, trying to figure out what's wrong with this girl. I said, so I said, girl, so we laughing and stuff. She said, I'm so sorry. I said, you said my name. So we kikiing, like laughing hard, because she said my, so pretty much she know my name don't sound like Claressa, but she just been a social worker now, mind you, social worker, professional, and she said she been at her desk all day trying to understand what's wrong. Is something not well with her? She's mentally, and this is coming from a freaking social worker, guys, a freaking social worker. She said this girl is mentally not well. She said, and I was trying to because, okay, so back it up, and we laughed. I said, oh my gosh, I've been online all morning, like picking, everybody talking about her this morning, everybody's, because this was like 11:30 this morning. I said, and I've been on. She said, girl, it's crazy. Now mind you, we two strangers, and she is at her professional desk talking, watching all these clips, and I'm home, drinking my coffee. I can't believe it. And here this 20-some-year-old, and I'm just guessing, she sounded really young, but you guys know that this day and time, all these black girls, they're really doing it, like, so she said, this girl, she's a social, I don't even know social workers deal with, like, they can't diagnose they can't diagnose nobody, but the fact that she's a social worker and she's young and trying to figure out, she said, this girl needs prayers. She said, this girl needs prayer. She said, I am in awe at all of this. She said, I tried to feel sorry for her on Christmas Day. She said, because they did a live. I said, I saw that live. Where she, somebody did a commentary on her where she was talking about y'all being so mean, y'all being rude, like y'all messing with my tree. And let's be clear, let me tell y'all, my tree looked better than that with the gifts. And I'm not here to judge her, but I'm making a point because they always putting down us regular people, right? They always putting down us regular people, even in the times when my nephews and my daughter was babies. I made sure I wrapped the gifts. That was the whole fun of it all. And it was very sad and depressing. Like, seeing her tree, guys, and seeing how it looked. Mind you, she's a millionaire, and this is the only reason why I'm bringing it up. And I wouldn't even be coming to y'all if I didn't if I didn't have this conversation with a social worker. And I said to her, because we was on the phone, we forgot all about my uncle or whatever. And I said to her, she said, that tree, she said, and I tried to feel, sorry for her. She said, I tried to, but she said when she came back in the Louis Vuitton store, mind you, this lady don't even know I have a freaking YouTube page talking about, I literally said, y'all, in my live, she looks broke. I said this. Y'all, and for this social worker to say, I cringed when I saw this girl in a Louis Vuitton store with cheap, she said she looked at cheap. She said she looked at cheap. She said I was so cringed by that. And this is what us regular people saying. But before I even go any further, her and I agreed on one thing. When we went to that tree and the toys under the tree, took it back to our childhood. She said she said I felt a warmness for her. I said, oh my gosh, I said the same thing. She said, because that tree and those toys and that whole look, she said, remind me of when I was a kid in my childhood, when I was so unhappy with, God bless you and may bless you abundantly.
Thank you, amen. Thank you.
This is what the social worker said, and I said, oh my gosh, like, mind you, we two strangers. I swear to y'all, God, y'all know I don't play about God. Y'all know every time I come on here, I come on here being as truthful. The fact that two strangers just start talking about Claressa, like, because she made a mistake to call me Claressa, it's crazy. Like I said, you can't make this up. I said, I cannot wait to come to y'all and tell y'all this stuff. So, but what I'm saying is, she said, and I felt the same thing. Now, I didn't feel sorry for her, but I was like, oh my gosh, when somebody did a commentary on her about that, her tree, and on Christmas Day, I turned it off real quick because it gave me all types of my childhood. No, you ain't gotta record them. Nope, we got enough footage. Just long. I'm all the way in another. My daughter just pointed to them at the window. She ain't got to record. We got the footage, enough footage. And I don't even like putting my daughter through that. I like doing it. I don't want to put her with all that extra unnecessariness. So yeah. But I didn't feel sorry for her, but it took me back to I turned it off real quick and I found something else to watch, because like once you click one video, like everything was popping up. And you know who did a really good commentary on her about the whole, she broke it down like I was shocked. Her name's Sweet Mama. Sweet Mama. I'll post her video. I'll post her video on my post. I think her name's Sweet Mama. She light-skinned it with dreads. She did a really good breakdown on her. And Claressa, and she does it so classy. She don't talk about it. It's not gossip. It's more like concern, and I'll post it out because I don't think I'm saying her name right. But yeah, I took off that live when somebody did a commentary on her about, it was after Christmas Day. That was it reminded me of my childhood. And that girl, the social worker, I'm not gonna say girl, she's a social worker, guys. Went to school, shout out to her. And she said, it reminded me of my childhood when me and my brothers was so unfortunate. And it did. Like, I literally turned it off. That's how me and my my brothers, our Christmas look. And we never got what we wanted, but we was always happy with what we had. And I swear, my mother used to go to Santa Claus Anonymous, right, to get our toys. And that's how our tree looked. Like, under the tree. I mean, of course, we had decorations. I found joy. Y'all know that Christmas, my favorite holiday. And I found joy in it, getting ornaments and decorating a tree every year. You're a kid, so you're just excited for Christmas and, hoping you get. I don't even think every year I was just one of those kids, right? Optimistic, still am, right? So I never was a kid who thought about last year was a bad. I didn't get nothing I wanted. I was always hopeful for next year. So our Christmas tree was full of ornaments and decorations and stuff, especially y'all back in the 80s. Them trees was full and fat and just everything on them. But under the tree was very emotional for me because it reminded me of when my mother used to go to Santa Claus Anonymous. And if you don't know, Santa Claus Anonymous was for social service people. Like the government would give them a grant, and you go and get the toys for the less fortunate, and that's how it looked. And my brothers had, like the plastic dollar store guns, and it just gave me that. And I never had I had the real hollow Barbie dolls, not the Barbie dolls that, the Barbie dolls, right, that you get with the hard thick plastic. My Barbie dolls is always that you can bend, you can put pressure into their leg and it'll put a dent in it, right? So they was my Barbie dolls coming up, but that's what her tree gave me, and it gave this social worker too. So it was just the fact that us two strangers, we from Baltimore. I don't know, I know she work in Baltimore because I called John Hopkins. And again, that's my uncle social worker. I wasn't calling no social worker for me. My uncle social worker. I'm trying to get my uncle replaced in another assisted living. And so I called his doctor. His doctor transferred me to a social worker at Johns Hopkins. And the fact that me and her was thinking alike. I'm sure we never crossed paths before. I mean, even she told me her name, I just off top I knew she was black. Sound very professional. And once she started talking, I can tell she was a black, young, classy woman. But yeah, man, it's just it's crazy that everybody's talking about it, and she's a social worker at her desk, watching this stuff and watching it go on, and she's really concerned. And when she made that statement, said, I truly believe that this girl suffers with some type of mental illness. I saw Claressa cousin. I been saw that a while ago. Somebody did a commentary on that, and I just didn't want to believe it, right? When she said Claressa used to get some type of social security check. I didn't want to believe it, but I truly, truly believe that was the case. Something is not clicking well with Claressa. And then to see Sweet Mom, I gotta give you, I'm gonna just post that video. She breaks it down how Claressa went to a Louis Vuitton store because Papoose posted pictures in Louis Vuitton and Remy Ma posted pictures in Louis Vuitton, and she decided to go in Louis Vuitton and spend all of this money, which that's her money. We can't tell her how to spend her money, but how she just looked so broken. And the fact that this social worker said this girl looks so poor and broke, she gets it. I literally said this on my live last week. Last Friday, I said this on my live. Claressa looks broke mentally. No matter, I even said with her jewelry she get, her Van Cleefs and all that other stuff she brags on, she still looks broke. But I don't even think she was talking about the broke I was talking about, because she made this social worker that I was speaking to today, my uncle social worker, she was saying that nobody told her how she looked inside that Louis Vuitton store. She said, I dress better than this, and I don't have $8 million. This is what the social worker said. But when I was saying looking at that footage, I'm like, wow, I really think Claressa don't have no friends. And again, I'm not here to talk about her. And that social worker said, we got to keep this girl in our prayer. We got to keep Claressa in our prayers. Something's going on with her. She's not, how can I say? It's because I'm trying to understand who would get, I don't know. I mean, this stuff will make you, and I was watching all this morning, right? I can't wrap my head around it. And then the fact that the girl I watched that did the whole breakdown, she said as she was watching this, her name's Sweet Mama, don't worry, because I'm gonna post that video of her, so y'all can go on my post and just click her video, because she made some good points. She said, and as I was recording this, Papoose came back home. Let me tell you something. When, and I was trying to be nice about it. Y'all know I was raised around nothing but boys, right? Nothing but boys. My brother, men now, And sorry, somebody keep calling my phone. So let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all something that I didn't want to say it. Didn't want to say it. Well, before I say this, I'm gonna say this. If how she act with Papoose being gone, I didn't even know they didn't spend Christmas together. How she behaved with Papoose being gone for them 48 hours. He spent Christmas with his family and stuff like that. From what I saw, that Sweet Mama Life. Don't worry, I'm gonna post. I'm gonna give her shout out, because she, I was like, wow. And as I was watching it this morning, I said, well, I don't need to make no video about it. She broke this girl, bro. It's out there. And that girl, she's not. You can clearly see she's not talking about Claressa or being, jealous of her. She's just really concerned. But y'all, I tell y'all all the time, I get along really good with guys grew up around. I got nothing but nephews, and all of them have, just imagine sleepovers, had nothing but boys over my house, birthday parties, and even growing up with my brothers and stuff like that. I know guys, men. I know their weakness. I know their I can look at a guy and see, yeah, he got high self-esteem. No, he got low confidence. No, I can see that. Like, you know what I mean? I will say this, and I wasn't going to say this. I wasn't going to say this. I was just going to let it play out. When that train and how Claressa act on her live, and I didn't even know that they were not together, not on her live, but how she was just behaving, talking about she's tea and her body is tea. And I even regret, y'all know I did videos on her, I prodded them, but I was giving her props, how fit she was in her in my butt video. I did a video with talking about Cardi B and the whole BBL era. I will say this. I'm going to say this. It's going to be interesting when that train and when it finally comes to an end. And I'm not wishing no ill on her. This, I didn't even want to tell y'all what I know to be facts. Papoose, he will never get a tattoo of her on him. 1, 2, he's going to get tired of her. And even how the girl who showed them at the mall, she was like a big, like, I could not believe it. I was in awe at all this stuff. But I will say this, and I'm gonna end it. He's not going to stay with her long, because the type of person Papoose is, he don't like all this attention. He's one of those laid back guys. He's never going to get her name tatted on him, never. Okay, that's 1. 2, he's not going to be with her. That relationship is going to come to an end. Knowing the type of person Papoose is not going to work. It's not going to work. And we're going to see something. It's going to be a movie when that finally happened. And I also want to say this. Nobody brought this. When that girl, Sweet Mama, very, very great content, is definitely not a wait a minute, because I don't want them to see where I'm going. Wait a minute, it's definitely, guys, so her channel is definitely not a gossip channel. It's like she be really concerned. But I will say this: when she showed me, um, hold my smoothie. When she showed everybody how Remy was in her fur, that was, I said, wait a minute, that sound like Papoose laugh. Nobody brought, I said, am I wrong? But if y'all go back and listen to all the interviews he ever did, that was Papoose holding that camera laughing. And if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I said that is Papoose laughing with, but whatever. But I will say this: it's going to be interesting when all that hit the fan, because how that girl behaved with him being gone for 48 hours. It's crazy. It's going to be a movie, and it's so sad how she's out here crashing out like this. Like, and did anybody notice that did anybody notice that we forgot she's a boxer? We forgot that this girl is a great boxer. This is what I was telling y'all about on my live. Her nonsense is smothering, all this mess is smothering her talent. And before I go, I also want to say this. Somebody had did a commentary on her live. She was talking about a day after boxing. And she said, I said, no, she didn't. This is what I said. You never know who's watching. If y'all watched my live on Friday, remember I was telling y'all about how my bullying stopped in 4th grade. This girl sits up here and say she stopped getting bullied. This girl sits up here and say she stopped getting bullied when she was that age. I said, no, she did not take my live and ran with it. Somebody has said she does that. Somebody said she will take your life and make it her own. One of her girlfriends,
this cousin?
Huh? No, not her cousin. It was a friend. I think she said she was a boxer too. She said Claressa is the type who takes pieces of whatever she finds interesting in whoever and make it her own. I said, no, she didn't sit up here and say, mind you, she forgot, like how she forgot when she said that when Layla Ali gave her that advice and she took it and ran with it and act like she made it up with the advice she was giving other young girls. But remember, she forgot in so many of her interviews that she was getting bullied in middle school and throughout her life. She was getting bullied. She always had to fight. So she took my live. If y'all didn't watch my live, go watch my live. When I said my bullying stopped at childhood, she literally said that. I said, no, she did not. That's why I said, y'all think these people is not watching. They are watching. I don't care if you have 5 subscribers. If you've been following me long enough on my lives, you will know I talked about how Beyonce found a regular girl from Baltimore, and when she didn't have no subscribers, and invited her to her concert, and that's how she started flourishing, because she put her on her concert. I don't even think I told y'all that part. I didn't get that far, but yeah, whatever. But yeah, y'all keep on thinking these people is not watching. But what I want to end it with, yes, you can, like I told that social worker, like when she said I wanted to feel sorry for her, you can't, because she just one of those ones. And I was even being nice on my live when I was like, oh, she got confidence. She said she got confidence. Me personally, I know that's not confident. I know that is her acting like that and constantly crashing out like that. That is not confidence. I was just saying, okay, you say you got confidence, because I don't want to come off as I'm talking about her. But Claressa definitely need a team. She need a team, and she need a team fast, because what's going to happen is she's already being known. She literally, people forgot about that. This girl is, what she say, the GOAT. She's a boxer. Like when you look at her, I'm forgetting that she's a boxer. This girl really has mental, I'm not even gonna put that on her. I'm not even gonna say that. That's what the social worker said. But when you see it and when you sit and watch all of it, it makes you think. It makes you think. And they're gonna take my live and say she stopped being bullied when she was in around 4 or 5. Girl, I can pull up all those receipts when you were saying but you had to fight. You had to fight for your life, all your life. So please stop. Stop. It's okay. Sheesh. But yeah, when her cousin said she had when her cousin, you forgot Uncle June's Sprite.
That's all they had.
Oh yeah, he'll take it. When her cousin said she used to get a check, I did not. I said, oh, she lying. She just, I can see it. I cannot unsee it. I cannot unsee it. Something is not quite right with Claressa, and I didn't want to say it, but I said it to y'all, and I'm gonna say it again. That Pat is right now trying to figure out how can he get out of this. I'm telling you. I didn't even want to be the one to say. I knew from the beginning it wasn't gonna last, but I'm putting it out there. He's right now figuring out his escape plan. All right, guys. I hope everybody still is enjoying their holiday. And pray that I get my uncle and because I did not sign up for that. I am not ready to take care of nobody. I only take care of my mother. I come home, she be having food, dinner cooked and house cleaned for me, and I can't do it. But I'm right now trying to find him another place to stay. At least I got him out of that situation he was in. So y'all, that's what I had to tell y'all. If it wasn't for that social worker this morning, I would not have came to y'all.
No,
but
me. I ain't want.
Oh, okay. I would not have came to y'all, but I had to share this with y'all. This is crazy, and again, I'm not here to talk about her, but she definitely need a team. She needs somebody to sit her down and say, you people are starting to forget that you are a boxer. One of the greatest boxers, and come on, look how unfit she is. We know her and that other boxer that she's going to fight in February sat at that table and said, this is the deal. I need some more wins under my belt. I'm going to give you this notoriety. I'm going to let you fight me next, but I need for you to have me to win. I'm telling you, she's going to win. Unfit and all. She's going to win that fight. She's not. It's already a fixed fight. I guarantee you. Until next time, y'all. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.